This is Vikrant Arya and I'm here to deliver my talk on plant secondary metabolites. So first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Pankaj Palsra sir for giving me this opportunity to deliver my talk at RIISM Joginder Nagar. So let's start. So after watching this video, you will able to know about different type of plant metabolites. Yes, their generation, different type of metabolites. Of course, the secondary metabolite will focus upon and the pathways involved in the generation, as well as the example of different Ayurvedic plants belong to different type of secondary metabolites. Yes, it's already there in the Ayurvedic system of medicine. It is mentioned in the Ayurveda because there are about 8,000 herbal remedies have been confined in Ayurveda. The Rig Veda has recorded about 67 medicinal plant and Yajur Veda about 81 species, and also Atharva Veda about 290 species. So there is a detailed description of Ras, Gun, Veer, Vipak or Prabhav of each and every plant. And of course in the Charak and Shusha Samhita we have detailed properties and uses of 1100 and 1270 species. So next is what are metabolites? Yes, plant produces two types of metabolites, primary and secondary. So these are the metabolites, that is primary and secondary, involved and required by the plant. But for what purpose? We know the primary metabolites are the metabolites which generally required by the plant for its normal growth and development. So they are directly involved in the growth, development and the reproduction of the plant, and without which plant cannot survive. For example, protein, carbohydrate, fats, etc. And what are the secondary metabolites? Yes, they are also important for the plant, and they do not directly involved in the growth, development and the reproduction, but they have important role in providing the defense mechanism to the plant. So they are very important because they provide the defense, they build up the immunity of the plant, you can say. For example, alkaloid, glycoside, tannins, flavonoids. So these are the examples of secondary metabolites. Next a little, how these metabolites are produced in the plant. How primary as well as secondary metabolites are generated in the plant. The plant has some pathways like shikimic acid pathway, mevalonic acid pathway is there. So by using these pathways, what happens? These metabolites are produced. So let's see some of the important pathways also. So it is the shikimic acid pathway, as you can see, and over here this is a mevalonic acid pathway, and it all starts with the sugar. So how this sugar came? So this is a simple procedure like photosynthesis in the plants. Plant using, what are plant using? Plant does in environment. It consumes the sunlight. It consumes the sunlight. With the help of sunlight and water, plant will form, you can say, oxygen. It generated oxygen and sugar is produced in that, and this sugar is all involved in different type of metabolites. As you can see, sugar is involved in glycolysis because we know glycolysis is nothing but a breakdown of sugar, and also sugar is involved in the pentose phosphate pathway, and ultimately it will form or build up a shikimic acid pathway, and from this shikimic acid pathway we found where the generation of the secondary metabolites are produced. So let's see the shikimic acid pathway. The shikimic acid pathway starts with erythrose 4-phosphate that is obtained from pentose phosphate pathway, and phosphenol pyruvate, this one phosphenol pyruvate, that is obtained from glycolysis. Again a ketoheptonic compound is formed, and from this 3-dehydroquinic acid, again 3-dehydroshikimic acid, this shikimic acid produced, and through this shikimic acid aromatic amino acids are produced like tryptophan, phenylalanine, and from these amino acids secondary metabolites are produced. And second one is the mevalonic acid pathway. Again it starts with acetate plus again acetyl coenzyme A, it will form acetoacetyl coenzyme A. Then beta hydroxy beta methyl glutarol coenzyme is produced by different reactions. Then again mevalonic acid is produced, and ultimately we have GPP, that is a geranyl pyrophosphate, and again FPPs are produced, and from which other terpenes and terpenoids are biosynthesized. And of course IPP is very important because this is a basic unit for the generation of terpene. We all know C5H8 we are talking about. So I hope this is a very, I'm just telling you the brief because we don't have much time. I'm just telling you the brief because it is very complex to tell all this pathway in a single video. So I think this is clear to you. So next one, so yes, now talk about the different type of metabolites. The first one is the alkaloids. As the name indicates, alkali-like. So yes, these are the organic compounds, natural synthetic in the origin, and they contain nitrogen in the heterocyclic nucleus, or you can say Sometimes nitrogen is also not the member of the heterocyclic nucleus. Like we can say in case of protoalkaloid, nitrogen is present but outside the nucleus. There are different types like true, proto, pseudo, and also false alkaloids. So what are true alkaloids? They contain heterocyclic nitrogen which is derived from amino acid and always in the heterocyclic nucleus. Whereas in the proto, again, nitrogen is present but not in the heterocyclic ring. And in the pseudo, nitrogen is present in the heterocyclic ring, but nitrogen is not derived from amino acid. That's why they are known as pseudo, because nitrogen is present but not derived from amino acid. Over here, nitrogen is derived from amino acid. Over here, nitrogen is derived from amino acid. So examples are also there. As you can see, this is a true alkaloid. Nitrogen is present in the heterocyclic ring. Yes, nitrogen is present in the heterocyclic ring. Whereas this is a amino alkaloids. Nitrogen is present outside the heterocyclic ring. Example, ephedrine. This is ephedrine, and here example of atropine is there. So again, if we talk about the plants alkaloidal containing drugs, Vasaka या धतूरा की बात करें, Anadoda vesica is the name, Vasaka. Quinazoline type of alkaloids, we will know expectorant, and it is widely used in pulmonary disorders. If we talk about Dhatura, metal Dhatura eroxia, Solanaceae is the family, hyoscine is the chemical constituent, and uses anticholinergic. This drug is very much used in the ophthalmology as a pre-anesthetic in the surgery also. So next one, again alkaloidal containing drugs, Nux vomica cupilu, Strychnine nux vomica. It contains different alkaloids like indole alkaloid, like strychnine, brucine, columbrine, alpha columbrine, etc. It is widely used as a CNS stimulant, and seeds are also used in emotional disorders like insomnia, hysteria, epilepsy, etc. Whereas the soma, if we talk about ephedra girardiana, ephedra is the family. It contains, yes, protoalkaloids like ephedrine used as bronchodilator, we all know. So yes, this is a famous personality that credited with the, basically it is a Peltier and his fellow members who first of all isolated this compound, that is the strychnine. So this is the personality, this is the man behind the isolation of this strychnine from Strychnine nux vomica. Yes, of course, how can we forget Sir Turner in 1804? He first of all isolated morphine, and currently we are also using this very valuable drug. Again, very dangerous also. It's a drug of abuse. It is a habit forming drug. It is a hallucinogenic substance. So question should be always be there. Next drug is Ativisha, Aconitum heterophyllum, Ranunculaceae is a family. It contains ethicine as a main alkaloid, and API recommend its use in amesis and helminthiasis. Next, Iphane, that is a opium poppy, Papaver somniferum, Papaver is the family. It contains opium alkaloids like isoquinoline and phenanthrene type like morphine, codeine, heroin, thibane. And yes, we all know narcotic, sedative, hypnotic, analgesic. It is widely used in crippling pain. So these are the uses of opium. So Sir Turner is there, 1804. Next, glycosides. Yes, these are the again organic substances. Contain metabolites is there, which contain sugar and non-sugar part. And you know sugar part is known as the glycone, and non-sugar part is known as the aglycone. They are classified into different categories like C, O, S, N glycosides. And again, classification is also there based upon the aglycone moiety like anthraquinone glycoside, cardiglycosides. Then we have saponin glycosides, aldehyde glycosides, phenol, alcohol, of course. Next one is the anthraquinone glycoside. So it contains anthraquinone nucleus as a main ring. So example are Swarnapatri and Kumari. Ghrit Kumari is there. Swarnapatri, that is Acacia angustifolia. Ghrit Kumari, that is Aloe barbadensis. They both contain anthraquinone glycoside, and both have similar uses, like both have purgative uses, widely used in different ayurvedic formulations. As you can see, this is the Kumari Sar and Panchksar Churan, which contain this Swarnapatri and Kumari Sar. Yes, Ghrit Kumari is there. That is the aloe vera, Aloe barbadensis, Aloe ferox, Aloe peri. They are different species. Also used externally. We know aloe vera is also used as externally. So this is an example. This is a diagram picture of Indian Sera, it is Acacia angustifolia. Next one, cardiglycoside. Yes, very important. Carvira and Vanapalandu. Carvira is the Nerem indicum, Apocynaceae family. It contains cardiglycosides, cardenolides is there, and widely used in the hemorrhoids, and also it has digitalis-like effect. That is a positive inotropic. We are talking about digitalis. Next one is the Vanapalandu, that is Argelia indica, belongs to family Liliaceae, sclerin A, sclerin B. These are the cardiglycosides present in the Vanapalandu. Yes, uses are expectorant, widely used in bronchial asthma, antispasmodic, also used as a diuretic. So these are the cardiglycoside examples. Yes, it has. You can see 5-member lactone ring over here, 5-membered, and this is the 6-member lactone ring in the sclerins. So this one is the plant, that is the, as you can see, yes, Carvera, that is the Nereum indicum. So next one is digitalis. We know Telapushpi, foxglove is the common name. Digitalis purpurea, Digitalis lanata, these are the species. Scrofulariaceae is the family. So it was Dr. William Withering. This is the personality who has discovered the important cardioprotective, or you can say the uses of this plant. So this plant is frequently being used as ornamental, but it was that is Dr. William Withering, that was credited with the discovery of this plant or the uses of this plant. So it contains dioxin, cardiglycosides, cardenolides you can say, and here you can say 5-member lactone ring, this is a cardiglycoside. Okay, then the main source of this plant is dioxin, widely used in the pharmaceutical industry. Dioxin formulations are also there. Positive inotropic drug, that is increase the contraction of the heart muscles. So yes, next one is saponin glycoside. We have Yashti Madhu, licorice, and Brahmi, that is Bacopa moniera. If we talk about the licorice, that is Glycyrrhiza glabra, it belongs to family Leguminosae or Papulinaceae. It contains glycyrrhizin and also glyceridinic acid as the main chemical constituents. And uses, we all know it is widely used in the DGL also form, that is used in peptic ulcer nowadays. Demulcent, expectorant, and anti-inflammatory, these are the common uses of licorice. Brahmi, Bacopa moniera, Scrofulariaceae is the family. It contains alkaloids like brahmin, herpestin, and also contain bacosides A and B. That are the saponin glycoside, bacoside A and B, and used as adaptogenic. Brain tonic is there, used in different type of mental disorders also, like epilepsy, insanity, and also used as anti-spasmodic. So yes, there are the structures also given. This is a photograph of Yashti Madhu. This is of course Brahmi. Next one is the saponin glycosides. Manduk Parni, we are talking about Centella asiatica. Manduk Parni, Centella asiatica, Umbellifera is the family. It contains saponin glycoside like brahmosides, asiaticoside, and thankyosides. Used as a brain tonic, somewhat uses are similar to Brahmi, but generally there are differences also there. So uses are brain tonic for improving the memory and overcoming mental confusion, stress, fatigue, etc. And Braikhand, next drug is the dog yam, Bulbifera, that is a Dioscorea. Dioscoreaceae is the family, widely used as a source of corticosteroids also because it contains diosgenin, and this compound over here, diosgenin, is widely used in industry as a source of corticosteroids. So yes, as per API, dried and pounded tubers are used in the applications for swelling, boils, and ulcers. So this is the Mandukparri and this is the Vraikhand, that is wild yam. Next, cyanogenetic glycoside like Alcilinum, Sitacissimum, it contains chlorogenic acid. Apart from this, it also contains linoleic acid, sugars, and also contain mucilage. Uses की बात करें, it is used as emulsant, emollient, and laxative. Next drug is the Padmak, that is the Prunus cereosoides. So Rosaceae is the family. It contains different flavonoid glycoside plus cyanogenetic glycosides also there. Then the kernels are antilithic. So yes, next one is the coumarin glycoside, very important drug. Bakuchi, Babchi, that is the Sorelia coralifolia, widely used in the psoriasis, leukoderma, and other skin disorders. It contains flavonoids, and coumarins are also the main chemical constituent present. So these are different products like 777 oil, and there are different creams also available in the market for skin disorders. Next is the Karanj Beach and Bhalatak. These are flavonoid containing drug, and Bhalatak, that is a Semicarpus anacardium, family Anacardiaceae. It contains biflavonoids like tetrabustaflavones and tetrahydromentoflavone. It is widely used as a fruits are caustic, astringent, and anti-inflammatory. Again, very toxic drug is also there, so it is should be used under supervision also. Very caustic, very poisonous fruits are there. Karanj bees, again very important plant, rich source of flavonoids used in different skin disorders like scabies, herpes, leukoderma, and other skin disorders. Next one, bitter glycosides like chirata and kutki. So these are very important drug. It contains iridoid glycoside. If we talk about Serratia chirata, again hepatoprotective drug. It contains surshin, sursitidine, and iridoid glycosides. If we talk about the kutki, that is Picrosa cruea, Scrofulariaceae is the family. It contains picroside and kutkoside, widely used in the hepatitis and also in the jaundice, antidiarrheal, and of course hepatoprotective are the main uses of this drug. And you know, picroside and kutkoside are very important phytoconstituents isolated as a from this drug. Next one is the tannins, again very important protein precipitation, and phenolic compounds are also there. Amla, Baheda, Hard, Arjun, Ashoka, Karkat, Shringi, Khadir, they are different drugs. If we talk about the classification, yes, we have hydrolyzable tannin, condensed tannin, and pseudotannins, and they are of different examples are also given over here. Next one is the drugs Ashok and Arjuna. We know Arjun Chal is widely used in chest disorders and cardiac disorders. Terminal Arjuna comparatus is the family. Arjunolic acid and terminalic acid, these are the tannins present in this drug. And Ashoka, we know different type of female menstrual disorders. Ashoka tvak is used like leukorrhea, menstrual pain, menorrhea, and other complaints of menopause. So it contains gallic acid and other constituents like epigenin 7O beta glucoside. Next one, yes, these are the photographs. Khadir tvak. So Khadir is very important drug again. Acacia catechu is the name. Leguminaceae or mimosaceae is the family. It contains different type of tannins like folba tannins and catechu tannic acid. It is very powerful astringent used in vaginal different disorders like difficulty in vaginal discharge, antidiarrheal, or other hemorrhages. Karkat Shringi, Pistacia integrima, very important drug. It contains different type of tannins and other tetracyclic triterpenes. And galls are astringent, expectorant, anti-asthmatic, so very much used in asthma also. Next is Hritiki and Bhabitak, again Terminalia tubula, Terminalia balearica, Combratis is the family. They both are used as a purgative and different formulations are also there. We know Tirflachurans, Amla, Bheda and Harad. This is a very famous Ayurvedic formulation. They contain tannins. Next one is the volatile oils. So as they are known as the erythritol oil, essential oil, we know there are terpenes, C5H8 and units, and they are obtained by different procedures like distillation, alflurage, cold extraction, cold processing, and supercritical fluid extraction. So this is a classification based upon the number of isoprene units. They are classified into different categories like mono, sesqui, di, tri, tetra, penta, and polyterpenes. So these are the different classifications like alcohol, aldehyde, ester, hydrocarbon, ketone, oxide, phenolic, and phenol volatile oils. So yes, resin and resin combination are also there. These are advanced form of, you can say, volatile oils. So they contain the mixture of essential oil, their oxygenated terpenes, and of course the carboxylic acid. So very important plants are there in the resin and volatile oil category. If we talk about the classification of resin, we have acid, ester, and alcohol resin. And here are the examples are also there like myrrh, shellac, benzoin, balsam of Peru, and balsam of Tolu. These are the common examples. Yes, drug containing terpenes now. So first one, Dhaniaka, Coriander sativa, Mammaliferae is the family. It contains different volatile fragments and terpenes like linalool, widely used as a stomachic, carminative, antispasmodic. We know oil is antibacterial and larvicidal also. Next one is the Bisphaea, fennel, Pheniculum vulgare is a Mammaliferae is the family. It contains phencone and anethole as the main chemical terpenes. And we know the uses are very much used as a sweetening agent. Apart from this, carminative and antispasmodic. So there is structure of anethole and linalool is also there. Then Cinnamomum zelenicum tvak. Cinnamaldehyde is the main chemical constituent. Apart from this, it also contains eugenol and it is widely used in the dysentery, in the gastric disorders like gastric irritation, nausea, vomiting, etc. Talispatra, anti-cancer, expectorant, then decongestant, anti-catarrhal. Very important plant. Abies webiana, and it contains different type of chemical constituent like tannins, essential oils, and also alkaloids. So it contains essential oils like alpha-pinene, limonene, dipentene, boronil acetate, etc. Next one is the Cinnamomum tamala tejpatra. It contains cinnamaldehyde. Again, uses are carminative, anti-rheumatic. Next one is the Cinnamomum. After Cinnamomum tamala, we have Chinopodium album, widely used as a anti-helminthic against different type of worms like hookworm and roundworms. It contains different type of ascaridole along with cryptomeridol. It contains glycosides like saponin also. Next one is the shalaki. These are the resin containing drugs, and sarala, that is the Pinus roxburghii, again resin containing drugs. So if you talk about the shalaki, that is Indian frankincense, Boswellia serrata, Berceaceae is a family. So the gum contain triterpenes like oleane, ursane, and euphantine, and it is widely used as a anti-atherosclerotic and anti-inflammatory. If we talk about the sarala, that is the Pinus roxburghii, it contains oleoresins like alpha and beta pinene and widely used as expectorant, antiseptic, and also used in the cough and cold disorders. Yes, Google. Anti-arthritic, very very important drug. Commiphora vetki, Commiphora molbol is the mir, and Commiphora mucul is Indian gum, that is Google. So widely used in osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, and also used in the treatment of hyperlipidemia. So I know I am very very fast, particularly on this topic. So due to time constraint, I have to do this. So I hope I am able to give you a brief idea about the primary, the plant secondary metabolites. So this is a very fast lecture, I think. Yes. So I request you to watch this channel, that is a Knowledge Trust and Knowledge Trust General Knowledge and Knowledge Trust Pharmacy, because this channel contain all the lectures related to the glycosides, related to alkaloids, herbal drug standardization. Each and everything you will find separately in separate videos. So thank you all for your patience listening. In the last, I acknowledge all the sources that I have used to frame this lecture, all the books, all the online platforms that I have used to frame this video. This video is only intended for education purpose. No commercialization is involved whatsoever in my all the channels. So thank you. See you in the next lecture.